Hey, welcome to A Game for Your Thoughts. Today we're talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a full-blown remake of the original two Tony Hawk games, bringing us new controls and totally updated graphics. If you look at this game in comparison to other Tony Hawk games like American Wasteland and Underground, there's no story, so there's no story to talk about. So let's talk about the gameplay. So the gameplay of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, especially the original ones, were about going around in these small areas, completing goals or specific tasks within a certain amount of time. And you could redo it as many times as you needed to, but you only had a limited amount of time to complete these goals per run. It's such a simple gameplay loop, but I love it. And I remember playing the Tony Hawk games all the way back. Like, Tony Hawk was one of the first games I ever really remember playing. Tony Hawk games have always been something I really love playing over and over and over and over again. And this game was great to play. So like I've said, I've played Tony Hawk games forever. So this game was great to just jump in and feel right at home. There was no big new learning curves or anything too crazy to kind of mix it up. No weird motion controls to really make me mad. It was just really solid Tony Hawk experience that flowed and moved really well. And it added lots of features from later Tony Hawk games that really improved upon the gameplay, like the revert and spine transfers and just things that really help you build up these massive combos that are so epic. Beyond updating controls and visuals, this game does add a few new things, specifically like the challenge and leveling system. And the leveling system and challenge system really don't affect very much, and honestly really didn't need to be there, but also kind of gave you some fun extra challenges like complete a specific gap with a certain character, things like that were there and cool, but weren't necessarily needed and just kind of tucked away and weren't that big or important. And while a lot of the rewards and stuff you got from leveling up were majorly cosmetic, I really did appreciate that because that's really how it should be, is Tony Hawk doesn't need anything too complex or crazy. Just giving me some cool new skate decks or different outfits for my characters to wear were plenty good for me, and that worked well. Gameplay-wise, the Tony Hawk has an awesome formula. I'm really glad that they didn't change or move it in any way because it didn't really need to. It's still a solid formula that holds out really well, even almost 20 years later. The levels and areas you explore in this game are laid out exactly how you remember that, and it was perfect because if you're a veteran of this game, it's going to be so solid to go through and just really see these worlds in the way that they're supposed to be with these awesome graphics that just look amazing. I really loved the visuals, and it brought back a lot of really cool nostalgia to see all these cool new levels remade and have different lightings and just really fleshed out and just look amazing, and it was great to see that. The way you skate around and rack up these huge combos and make crazy big lines, it's just so awesome and tons of fun, and everything you remember exactly it being just kicked up a notch and more modernized, and it was so great and just tons of fun to play through. Unfortunately though, this game does have one big glaring issue that can really... Hey, so as you notice, things are a little different. So something came up. So I made this video and I posted it, but then I figured out that the information that I presented was incorrect. They had updated the game. So what I had previously talked about is that the game doesn't let you play as multiple skaters. You play through it once and you're one and done. But they've actually fixed that now so that you can play through it as every character, which is great. That is what I wanted. That is what I had complained about. But this does arise another issue. Why was that not there in the first place? Okay, I think that's fair. It's fine. They fixed it. I got what I wanted. It just took longer than I thought it would. And also, why was it not there in the first place? I hate to just find something else to complain about, but I just thought it was a very odd situation. It's just like, why was that not there in the first place? That should have been there in the first place. That's how it was in the original, and it was not how that was here. And I don't feel like that was fair. And it's fine. I got what I wanted. I got the Tony Hawk game that I wanted, because now I can play through the campaign, the really fun quests and the missions and the 2-minute timer thing with all the characters that I wanted to, and it was great. And it was tons of fun, and I really did appreciate it, and it's nice that it's there. I just wish that it would have been there in the first place. Then I wouldn't have had to make a video where I was complaining, and then now I wouldn't be here remaking the video, fixing the part that I was complaining about, finding something else to complain about. So it's just like, man, really? There could have been a better way to approach this, but that's just how it is. That's what we got. But I did really enjoy this game. In the end, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is totally worth it now. Now that they've added this new update that lets you go through and play as all the characters, it is absolutely worth playing now. It is really now the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. It should have been there in the first place, but it's fine. We got it. It's here. Now it's worth playing. Now it is absolutely worth picking up, because now you can play through it almost 15 to 20 times with all these different characters, and it's totally worth it because it is so much fun to play. So would I recommend you play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2? Yeah, Absolutely, totally. This is, like I said, now this is the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater game because you can go through and play with all these different characters because this game looks amazing. It plays great. It functions really, really well. And it's just a lot of enjoyment to be had. And now I can fully enjoy this with all of these awesome skaters, and it's so much appreciated. And I'm really glad that they did fix this because it saved me from having a very negative video because now this is a very positive game and a very positive experience. So thank you, Activision, for fixing that. I don't know why it wasn't there in the first place, but it's worth it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, totally worth playing. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate you watching and sticking around. And if you watched my first original video that I actually deleted, I'm sorry. I made the video and I was doing it and I posted it and then I was informed that I was wrong and so I fixed it. So I apologize. I'm sorry, but also I shouldn't be sorry because they didn't give us a game and then they fixed it. So that is certainly something that should not go unnoticed. So that is definitely something to be aware of, but it's fine. We got it. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you think about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2? And while you're down there, if you want to hit like, subscribe, and the bell to get notified every time I post a new video, that would be fantastic. And if you want to see more of me, I'm over on Twitch at twitch.tv/gameforyourthoughts. I'm streaming there all the time, and I would love to see you there. Thanks again for watching the video, and we'll catch you guys next time on A Game for Your Thoughts.